It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Tonight we kick off Week 6 with a great Thursday night matchup between the New Orleans Saints and the Indianapolis Colts. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This one fielded at the 5. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. A first carry now for Dalvin Cook. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, this defense for the Colts, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number? 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
Well, I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 35. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Out to his left. That is caught by Smith-Schuster. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this is going to be intercepted.
Jair Elam makes a pick.
And the Colts are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, what a response by that defensive unit, Charles, because they just saw their offense throw the interception. They come out there, not only get an interception of their own, but they take it back for the touchdown.
I won't sing it because no one wants to hear that, but perhaps an early case of anything you can do, I can do better between these defenses. A lot of people came to expect the offense to light this game up, but so far, the defenses are stealing the show.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
Another try after the first down sack. Fields. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And he's tackled at the 38, but they doubled their yardage. The play started at the 19, and they gained 19. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
The Colts at 3-2, a game over 500 here to start the season. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 3rd and short, they'll try option left. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
So this play, until recently, only something you probably expect to see in a college game, but running quarterbacks are certainly in vogue, and this turned into a big play.
And you and I both know that for a long time, coaches worried about their quarterbacks taking too much punishment, running plays like this, and they still worry about it. But when you can break off big chunks of yardage like that, it's worth the risk. Plus, you're coaching that quarterback to see those guys coming and get down before the big hit occurs.
And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
That's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you want to give him a little extra for the effort, but instead he sets his guys up in excellent shape for a 1st and goal.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now here's Fields on the sneak, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown.
Justin Fields.
His 11th touchdown of the year.
And the Colts are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
The extra point up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Back to throw here.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
The touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Able to find Walter. That's complete.
And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First down, New Orleans.
These two teams all tied after one.
With the score tied 7-7.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that's complete to Cooks.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
A great job there, Charles, just to hold on, absorb that contact. I guess that's the risk you take catching the ball toward the middle of the field.
It is, and if you're going to gain yardage, you're going to have to go there at some point. But how about the read, okay? The eyes of that play, stepping out from the middle of the field and really making a big hit. Did not get free, but boy, that's a tough area to go into when you're going into his spot.
Brandon, that's what you call being manhandled at the point of attack, and I know the offensive line gets a lot of blame for that one, but occasionally the defense just knows what you're going to do. Maybe they scouted it perfectly, maybe someone tipped it off, but on that play, it had no chance.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on third down. They'll look to throw.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And he will find his man, Samuel. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's to Cook out of the backfield. And the nimble footwork gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Well, he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a third and 2 more.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play, stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are.
Oh, looking for Waller, but this is intercepted.
Picked off by Will Harris. He's at the 50, the 30, 10, 5, and he will bring it back. An interception return for the Colts TD. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
Well, it certainly is because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
Cook makes the catch on the out route.
So no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Back to throw again.
And the pass complete to Waller on the out route. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Always got some breathing room. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
45 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
They run again on first down. Cook. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Dalvin Cook, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Saints are an extra point away from evening this one up.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
Throwing on second and long.
Fields. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Jalen Ramsey.
And the Saints are going to take possession of the football.
They set themselves behind the chains, trying to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Well, they certainly knew their challenge as this series began, and they got to stop on play number 1. Goal now, get 2 more stops and limit the damage to a field goal.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A good pick up there of 20 yards. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll run with Cook, and he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints.
Dalvin Cook
with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Saints have moved out in front. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
Taking it about the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it breaks up fourth down. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on fourth down to punt this thing. Back deep, Tariq Cohen. This is taken around the 12. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34. Looking to throw. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick six territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the third row.
Got his target, Samuel. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. So here's a first and 10 at the 38. They'll look to throw again. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. And why do you go out and trade for a guy like this defensively? Well, an instant impact in your pass rush is reason number one.
And let's think about it. You want a guy who can create big plays for your team. Takeaways, fumbles, you name it.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Will Harris. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. Wow, a big mistake there. Late interception in this first half, and that could lead to a field goal try the other way.
Yeah, I think at this point you just had to say, let's take a knee and go into the half and regroup. Let's just talk it over a little bit. I wonder, partner, was the analytics coach in his head a little bit? Maybe go ahead and press it and try and get some points? While the old school coach probably would have said, take the knee, let's get out of here.
Now we could see points the other way here. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter three? The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line. The football comes out. Jacobs lost it. But I believe the Colts were able to fall on this when they were. And so possession will remain with Indy.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
So they recover their own fumble. Now they face 3rd and short.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here.
Third and 2, Fields.
Flushed out right.
He'll dump this down to Stevenson.
And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Here's Jacobs from the gun.
And he's got this down to the 35. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down.
A give, it's Jacobs off the option.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
Off play action, Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
And now the Colts call on their field goal unit here. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe.
That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
We did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Looking for the out route here, and he's got Cooks.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll bring up 2nd down. They'll set up a throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. He'll look to throw, and he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
And that one was a lot of fun right there, because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up
2nd down and 3.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, New Orleans. Curtis Samuel, 56 yards, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and the lead is up to 8. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. And deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And I believe he was able to get this back. He was. Boy, after giving up the touchdown, lucky that didn't turn into another.
I didn't do this in college, but I did it in high school. When you return kicks and you lose it yourself, the panic that goes through you and the determination to get the ball back, I don't even know how to describe it. And I think we just saw an example of that.
Yeah, and the relief when you get it back like he did.
Yeah, you go to the sidelines, you know you're going to get yelled at, but you can handle it because you got the ball back.
That's good.
Now a first down throw, Fields.
He'll let it go deep for Beckham.
Oh, Fields is intercepted for a third time. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Saints are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, Doug.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
And the Colts are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
A gain of 3, second down.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
So he is able to turn that into positive yardage, but I think it's fair to say that those are not the shots you're wanting your quarterback to have to absorb.
And he has to know sometimes when to say when. You have to know when to give yourself up, and let's face it, not easy for these guys to do because they're competitors as well. But sometimes you do learn your lesson the hard way, as he did there.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
That's good. We're on full.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's the option. Running right.
And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here.
A good chunk on the ground on the keeper. 17 yards. First down.
Well, I'll tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh, my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
23 yards on the play. First and goal, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts. Now Fields. They'll roll him out right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Allen Robinson. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Colts have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
Fields trying to throw for it.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. right seam, and he might go all the way. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick two, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
And the Colts are going to take possession of the football.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A good chunk on the ground on the keeper, 17 yards, first down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now a handoff running through the middle. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Colts have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter.
The point after is good, and that gives him a 3-point lead.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
Now the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, they now have the opportunity to regain the lead right back. 65 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going, and also you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in a mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground.
second down. They go right back to
A
Cook.
gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. They're going to look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Cook. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 40. A 3rd down conversion with a strong gain of 14.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
He'll look to throw. It's caught left side by Cooks. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 29-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. He's back to throw. And he will find his man, Samuel. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll look to throw. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown.
Dalvin Cook,
his 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year.
And the Saints answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And a little dangerous there, almost a penalty, but it does get into the end zone before going over the sideline for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now.
And once you got out of the pocket, you thought that maybe you'd take off with it, especially here in the 2-minute drill. Sometimes defenses are focused so much downfield that there's room to run, but this time he decided to throw it unsuccessfully.
All eyes on Fields.
He's going to let it fly. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
4th down. Fields has to have this one.
And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Cook. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. They run it again with Cook. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Third down, Dalvin Cook, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. And Gay knocks this one through, and that'll make this a 7-point game. Now, from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. Let's see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game, and sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out.
Now Fields.
And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end.
Here's Fields.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Oh, that one's going to hurt big time because it's a 1-score game, and they certainly thought with that throw they were getting a difference-making score right there.
And one last throw here for Fields.
And that one going to come up short. Low throw.